Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Hitman versus Sock. This game taking place here on Echo Isle. Hitman spawning as, well, hold on, let me see the colors. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and swap the colors. Sock spawning over here on the top right hand side of the map as the blue human player. Alright, let's take a look at that. Those beautiful 2003 graphics that we have all come to know and love. Over here on the top left-hand side of the map, we have Hitman spawning as the red orc. Orc versus human in a 1v1 matchup, this time on Echo Isles. Should be a great game as well. Been really enjoying all the news about WarCraft 3 Reforge. And I gotta say, Blizzard is listening, does hear our comments. And part of my comments about WarCraft 3 Reforged is I don't know if it's still personal bias or if eventually my eyes will be trained to see what I'm supposed to see. There are instances where I have difficulties like clicking on things for some reason, like clicking on a farm that's right here. I can't because the building this building is in the way, and yeah, that caused some problems for me as well. Anyways, we are going for a Paladin first.
Ready to work.
Yeah, we are going for a Paladin first here on Echo Isle. We are getting up an arcane tower, and I'm not quite sure what I will talk about here. I'm trying to think of what the strategy would be. Paladin first going up against an orc player. Now, Reforged. Does Reforged look bad? And my comment on that is Blizzard puts a lot of time into polish after the fact or later on in development. Blizzard just does a great job with polish. So I would not be surprised if all of a sudden there are leaps and bounds in visual of improvement later on. Remember, they had to completely rebuild an engine in order for the game to really take off here. I'm surprised no lightning shield, and without that lightning shield, Paladin is taking actually a large amount of damage. Force Troll Shadow Priest should be hired up here in just a moment. The Paladin has taken up a lot here as the Force Troll Shadow Priest is going to be healing up that Paladin now. Farseer is already inside the base. Arcane Tower nearly done. This peasant is going to get taken out. Down it goes. Meanwhile, these other peasants may be trying to back off here. Arcane Tower is going to be coming online, and there it is, feedbacking damage onto that Farseer. All right, Paladin is right here. Let's take a look with that Paladin. He does have a little bit of an easier time saving that Forest Troll Shadow Priest. You can take a look. Also being able to Holy Light a peasant right back over there. By the light, this looks like a good game. All right, subcode a long time. Damon Blackpool, welcome back. Footman now going to go ahead and continue to engage graphics. I mean, model design. Well, like the Shaman and some of the other. Okay, I'll talk about Reforged in just a little bit after this game. Farseer are now going to make their way back down here. Grunts and, well, Forest Troll Shadow Priest getting in and abolish onto one of those peasants right there. It may get Holy Lighted again, as you can take a look, aggroing those creeps. That Forest Troll Berserker also currently out onto the field. Going to take some additional damage, but actually gets healed back up once more. All right, more damage getting added up through here. That Forest Troll Shadow Priest could try and get some extra damage. Let's take a look at this. Are we going to perhaps get another Holy Light? There it is, right there, staying alive. Ever so barely. Meanwhile, what is going on here? This Forest Troll Shadow Priest should just abolish magic. That other Spirit Wolf, as well, yeah, there's no reason why that the Spirit Wolf has a good reason to go ahead and chase across on the inside right there. New Spirit Wolves resummoned, and there's just a lot of aggro going around back and forth. Forest Troll Berserker, the only ranged unit in the army. Normally an Archmage or a Mountain King has ways to deal damage with range, so it makes that Farseer harass significantly weaker. Without the Archmage or the Mountain King, going for a Paladin instead, yes, your army has a little bit more life in it, so to speak, but at the same time, well, if you can't kill your opponent's units, then that is going to be happening. Why the Chinese version of WarCraft 3, by the way? It just seems like loading up NetEase, and it reverted back to my reverted back to the native language. I am casting everything from NetEase servers to get all of the maps and everything like that. That's the reasoning for that. As we take a look at the undead orc base, we are going into raiders and Tauren totem for spirit walkers. It looks like it is going to be raiders with spirit walkers for spirit link. Coming back on the other side across here, Sock now is trying to set up an expansion, getting up a scout tower. You all know it's going to be an arcane tower here in just a little bit. As well, things are adding in more and more. All right, let's take a look. Back across here, Paladin only sitting at level 2 right now. Once it gets to level 3, I think it's going to be just a little bit shy. Yeah, 5 experience shy from level 3. And that is a very big drop off in experience and the effectiveness. We are also adding in a guard tower here. It is completely wide open in order to get into the space, so perhaps the spirit wolves will just run on through and cause a bit of a problem. Paladin sitting at level 2 has a good amount of mana ready to go, and is it going to try and aggro all of these units right here? Let's take a look. Going first after that Forest Troll Berserker, there you go, aggroes it right there. Paladin taking all of that damage. Paladin does have more armor than the remaining units and also takes reduced damage from piercing, hence the reason why this makes sense. Forest Troll Shadow Priest keeping that Paladin alive, and even though he is taking more damage than he should, Paladin is going to max out on mana here in just a moment as a second Forest Troll Shadow Priest joins in on the fight. Now, we are looking at a Farseer and a Tauren Chieftain who has gone for Endurance Aura first. They're going to come across here, and Echo Isle is a very small map. And with that said, Farseer's ensnares, and now this battle could go from bad to worse very quickly. All right, Forest Raider quickly backing off. Forest Troll Berserker could try and engage low hit point units, now backing off here. Holy Light saving up some of those units as well, as a low hit point footman is in trouble. Going to get taken out. There it goes by a Spirit Walker from the back. 37 supply compared to 37. Another ensnare. And, that is why it is so dangerous to be retreating in any real-time strategy game. All races have a way to pick off trailing units. Raiders with ensnare, dryads with slow poison, sorceresses with slow. And if you're able to just constantly chase your opponent and nip them in the back where they are the weakest, they will essentially just slowly bleed to death. Palo rifles versus orc seems like a good idea. High armor, a lot of healing. Slow later and kiting. Yeah, that is actually one of the reasons why Paladin as your primary hero seems to be so popular in the WarCraft 3 Reforged, just because it is mainly just human orc right now as the main, human orc as the two only races available. All right, economic advantage is being translated into mercenaries right now. Take a look across over here. Footmen trying to get away. We are going to be getting into an engagement. Raiders are here ready to go. Let's take a look. Paladin does not have Divine Shield. That is important to note. He has Devotion Aura instead, and Devotion Aura for a little bit of additional armor across the entire body. Let's take a look. Are the units going to be making their way up off to the north here? Are they going to try and engage? Tauren Chieftain could get to level 2. And will it be, Stomp or Shockwave? That is the question. Spirit Walker. Where's that Spirit Walker going? That Spirit Walker is engaging. Meanwhile, it looks like they're going to try and just shut down the expansion and win with an economic advantage. Sock completely bypassing the army here. Meanwhile, there are guard towers, peasants. They're going to see a bunch of repairs. We could be looking at a Shockwave as well. This arcane tower not hitting the right unit right now, going after the raider. There's a shockwave through the middle, and really the problem is this arcane tower now finally shifting targets onto the Tauren Chieftain. Once that Tauren Chieftain is out of mana, it should be going to that Farseer. Is it going to switch over Scroll of Town Portal to try and save it, as we're going to land straight up across multiple units? One poor rifleman currently ensnared, two poor riflemen currently ensnared as they are fighting their way through. All right, Paladin going to go ahead and Holy Light one of those. The other one not going to get so lucky as it gets taken down. Scroll of Healing used right there to save, and beautifully done once more. Holy Light saving another rifleman again. And really, the Farseer not getting hit, not getting transitioned from that arcane tower. giving that Farseer extra mana and extras of Spirit Wolves was the problem. Those Spirit Wolves have done so much damage. Also, it looks like it was level 1 Holy Light, level 2 Devotion Aura in order to stay alive. There it is. There it goes again, trying to stay alive right there as the units are still all backing away. Forest Troll Berserker could get taken down. Let's take a look at this. The Rifleman, all of these units getting back every which way. Well, Paladin sitting at level 3, just shy of level 4. And yeah, I would have naturally thought level 2 Holy Light over level 2 Devotion any day of the week. Not quite sure what the reasoning was behind that, as the Spirit Wolf gets the final kill on that Rifleman there. Footman trying to shut down the Great Hall. Meanwhile, once again, mining has gotten underway. Blood Mage is now out onto the field. And even though there were a number of critical saves, the Paladin, well, could have saved more if he just had Holy Light instead of Devotion Aura. Devotion, yeah, I was wondering how the additional armor was that high. He went for level 2 Devotion Aura over level 2 Holy Light. A little bit of a head scratcher moment for me right now. Perhaps it was a critical mistake. Too bad I cannot ask him in an interview what was the reasoning behind this. All right, Paladin finally gets up to level 4. Should be able to heal back up all of these units. Riflemen are sitting on 1-0 upgrades now. Priest are getting added in. Arcane Tower, Raiders, Farseer are going to make their way through. Peasant needs to head back. There you go. It's going to end up, well, it's standing right there. Repairs are already underway to keep that town hall alive, as well, Chain Lightning eating through many of those units. All right, Shockwave taking down the remaining peasants. We could be going for more peasants again. Siphon mana away, as well as the Blood Mage wants to make sure not much is going on here. All right, Guard Tower is going to continue to engage. More Blood Mage siphon mana as well. Sock is, well, Hitman is now backed up into a corner here. Sock able to keep alive with many units. Units still making their way down here. Raiders are going to be rejoining as peasants want to continue to repair. Scroll of Speed being used there. Let's take a look. Paladin is in that frontline spot. More siphon mana away. Are we going to perhaps focus down a handful of units? Rifleman, is he going to get taken down? No, he is not. Spirit Link preventing it from getting focus fired. All right, Priest with Adept training, trying to offset the fact that there is no Brilliance Aura. Trying to offset the fact that there's no Brilliance Aura there. Meanwhile, back down here, Gargantuan Sea Turtle is still alive. No, the higher armor allowed for less damage. That is true, but it's only what 6% or 12% more effective hit points. And another thing to consider is that armor does not protect you from magic damage. So the Chain Lightning, the Shockwave that we've seen that started to eat through those Riflemen, well, Holy Light would have definitely been a better investment there. Why every nick is blue, by the way, on the screen, I don't know. It should work. Yeah, it's actually very difficult to read and figure out who is who. Anyways, Blood Mage right here. Are we going to get some Siphon Mana? Yes, Siphon Mana away. Siphon Mana losing down to 300 mana right there. Paladin going to be good for a little bit of time. Perhaps the Blood Mage could even give some extra mana to a Priest, since there is no Brilliance Aura. Engagement's going to be a little bit difficult. And there you go, once more, the Farseer being forced to back up as the Blood Mage gets some more mana again. All right. Paladin sitting at level 4. Raiders are right here. Spirit Link. This was perhaps a little bit of a bad opportunity, bad time, as we could be going into engagement. Let's take a look at this as the Blood Mage going to try and dance back and forth. Paladin in that frontline spot. He does. Oh, Flame Strike. All right, Flame Strike was used right there. Shockwave heading across multiple units. Scroll of Healing. Priest need to heal back up a little bit more. Paladin trying to withhold that, and that is beautiful zoning right there, as we could be getting into another Flame Strike here in just a moment. Paladin could be in trouble. Shockwave heading through. Scroll of Healing. Well, Blood Mage trying to head back away. Damage over time. Paladin could be in trouble. Is it going to stay alive? Potion of Invulnerability was in time there. Siphon Mana away. Are we going to see some Dispel Magic? Priest do not for Dispel Magic as the Paladin going to force a Scroll of Town Portal there. All right, sticking around for a little while longer. Forest Troll Berserker able to stay alive. All the units have, well, teleported back home. 62 supply compared to 60. Sock, with this unconventional, seems to be WarCraft 3 Reforged play strategy, Paladin going up against a Farseer and a Tauren Chieftain. Now, he did go for heavy devotion aura. He does not have Divine Shield as well. And the way he's been playing that Paladin, he's been very, very deep behind enemy lines. He's in that, or not, well, in front and absorbing a lot of damage. Let's take a look at this here. Spirit Link, that Spirit Wolf going to get taken out very quickly. Just the amount of focus fire right there. Riflemen are upgraded 2-2, and there is a large amount of armor being added by all of these units here. Let's take a look. Riflemen at 2-2 upgrades, adding in a round of another devotion aura. That is almost like essentially 2-4 upgrades. Is the amount of armor you would be looking at on those riflemen now. Spirit Link, however, making it very difficult to try and focus fire down. However, a big flame strike across the middle. Chain lightning as well, as both sides are continuing to battle it out here. Paladin is in that front line spot. Let's take a look. Are we going to get another flame strike here? There's a shockwave going through. Paladin could be in trouble. Scroll of Healing could be used again. He needs to get away. The priests need to do a good job keeping him alive. Low hit point riflemen's also taking a lot of damage. They need to be backed away. All right, a Scroll of Healing was used right there. Holy Light saving another unit again. Riflemen being individually microed. Blood Mage going to get taken down. There it goes. Unable to save as the Paladin's heal was on cooldown. Holy Light saving another unit. Scroll of Town Portal as all the units are trying to dive after the units in the back line. A low hit point Grunt was lost. All right. Blood Mage getting resurrected. 65 supply compared to 78. What is Hitman's follow-up plan going to be? Let's take a look. We do have fortified armor on the Orc Burrows. Incredibly important considering the number of riflemen that we're taking a look at here. All right. Tauren Chieftain now going to make its way down. Tauren Chieftain with powerful items. Farseer also with a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Claws of Attack. Paladin off over here. Are we going to get a Scroll of Regeneration? We are. And we're going to use this opportunity just heal up the army again, using time wisely to recover hit points on your units. Farseer trying to come back around. Perhaps he can use a Chain Lightning or perhaps scout out his opponent in a difficult spot. Paladin sitting at level 4 as the Riflemen, Priest are all going to, well, just fire away down here. Farseer is right there. Let's take a look. Pick up a Tome of Agility. If that Paladin needed any more armor, he got a little bit there. Now up to 10.1. Blood Mage has rejoined in on the battlefield. Units now making their way back out across. Farseer sitting at level 4. Blood Mage, well, still adding across here. Rifleman just getting a little bit of pop shots onto that unit again. Now, gold mines, 10 minutes left here, 5 minutes left compared to, let's take a look. A little bit more gold left in this gold mine by Hitman. Is it going to translate well, though? Paladin in that front line. Blood Mage, siphon mana once more, and we could be looking at a flame strike here in just a second. Let's take a look. No ensnare, or the ensnare stopping the channeling. Blood Mage purposely did not. Rifleman able to focus down a number of grunts as the Holy Light is really saving a lot more units than Raiders getting taken down. Blood Mage, is it going to be able to flame strike? Yes, it will. There's the Holy Light. There's the Chain Lightning in that front line. Paladin going to try and, well, hit and run again. And these hit and run tactics are dealing a large amount of damage as the Riflemen are able to continue to pop away again. All right, Scroll of Regeneration being used once more. Paladin picking up another Scroll of Town Portal. And Sock is just wearing out Hitman with these hit and run tactics. It's just a battle of attrition at this point. And because he's using the time that, well, when he walks over to heal, it really offsets any of the major setbacks. Paladin in that front line spot, level 5. Let's take a look. Flame Strike in the middle portion again. Chain Lightning or Shockwave going through the middle. Blood Mage still siphoning more mana away. Grunts could end up getting taken down. The Spirit Wolf's going to get taken down very quickly. and Hitman is going to be up against the ropes. Sock could easily chase another Scroll of Regeneration if it was just purchased. No, Scroll of Healing, and as the backup, as another Shockwave is, or Chain Lightning is very likely. All right, let's take a look. Rifleman continuing to engage back. Rifleman, well, buying time, getting easy damage onto that Voodoo Lounge, trying to remove any sort of home field advantage. Grunts in that front line. Let's take a look. Chain Lightning, Blood Mage. There goes a beautiful Scroll of Healing at the last moment as Siphon Mana takes away all the mana from that Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain, just an over-glorified knight right now. He gets up to level 5, Siphon Mana away before he has any time to do anything with it. And the Paladin sitting with, is that level 3 Devotion Aura. Now that does make sense, since you would always normally overheal any other unit other than your heroes at this point. So if you focus onto the Paladin runs around and you're chasing after the Paladin, the Riflemen are getting in free shots. If you focus on any ground unit, the Paladin with the plus with the plus armor, 4.5 armor, coupled with the 400 hit point heal, coupled with the priest, is just far too much to overcome. Hitman now in serious trouble as he is now down on bases, and he knows that he does not need to engage against his opponent. He knows he's winning the game economically, and well, what is Hitman looking to do? Perhaps trying to take out some units in transit. There goes another unit. There's a Flame Strike, and that should pretty much be it right there. There are a number of low hit point Riflemen, but the Paladin should have no problem slowly healing those units back up one at a time. More grunts trying to engage, but that just looks like free experience for a Paladin now. Blood Mage, Potion of Invulnerability, and that is the game. Beautiful, beautiful game right there. Riflemen running around, I don't know, walking up to a guy with a gun, and only to realize that he has 10 armor, and you're like, okay, well, do I walk away now, and let him shoot me in the back, and if I chase him, all the other guys with guns are going to be shooting me. And that's how Sock won that match. Very, very good game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I got to 29 viewers, so that means I have to cast the third game. All right. Thanks, everyone.